So I actually teach all of my students to grow on Instagram first, and here's why. First off, you're absolutely correct to say that on TikTok, it seems like you can grow faster, but that's not necessarily better, and that's because brands value followers on Instagram more than TikTok. TikTok is a relatively new app, which means that they promote new users, and that's why they encourage you to post 3 to 5 times a day. That's also why there's a separate tab for your For You page versus your following page. So do you ever notice when you follow someone on TikTok, you never see them on your For You page again? That's because they're promoting new users, so it makes it easier for someone to initially find your page. But after they follow you, that doesn't necessarily mean that they keep up with your content like they do on Instagram. So if a creator has the same amount of followers on both TikTok and Instagram, a brand will be more willing to pay more for Instagram. And that's because the followers on Instagram are valued more, but it also makes it harder to grow. I grew multiple Instagram accounts for my business and started over this year on a brand new beauty account that already has over 25K. I teach all these strategies in the micro-influencer guide in the link in my bio, but basically if you're consistent on TikTok versus on Instagram, on TikTok you have a high potential to go viral and that's why people grow, but that's only if you go viral. Whereas on Instagram, if you are consistent over a long period of time, you will grow and it's almost guaranteed. I have taught so many creators who started from scratch how to get to 1,000 followers in 2.5 weeks. Instagram, you have to play the long game, so if you are consistent and you pair it with strategy, you will 100% get there. And what usually happens is that people have the wrong expectations into thinking that Instagram and TikTok have the same type of growth rate. And so they post on TikTok and their videos on TikTok will do better. So they start putting more energy towards their TikTok and forget about their Insta. They become demotivated on Instagram because they keep comparing their views on TikTok, not realizing that you should have 2 totally different expectations because they are 2 very different platforms. On TikTok, you can post random stuff and there's a good chance that eventually one of those videos will blow up. But I promise you, on Instagram, the more that you're consistent, the more you'll be rewarded. Check out my page for more tips and go and click on the link in my bio for more resources.